Hello everyone, and welcome back to Ace Attorney. We're going to continue. All I know is that this case probably has something to do with that really old, what was it, DL16? DL6? I don't know. The old case where apparently Edgeworth's father was the victim. And, that was 15 years ago. And at the start scene they were talking about something that happened 15 years ago. So, well, let's just start the trial and see where we get, yeah? Karma? That's right. Manfred von Karma. He's the best prosecutor there is. He hasn't lost a case in his 40-year career. He's a god of prosecution, right? A god. Not a single case? He will do anything to get a guilty verdict. Anything. Sounds like someone else I know, Edgeworth. You don't understand. I mean, he will do anything. Manfred Karma is a man to be feared. That's quite a claim coming from someone who forges evidence. He told me what it really means to prosecute. What? Just picture a prosecutor as vicious as me, multiplied by a factor of 10. Ugh, so he was your teacher then, Mr. Edgeworth? Something like that. And now he's trying to get you found guilty? What a creep! Oh wait, maybe he's planning on losing on purpose, to help you out. Not a chance. He hasn't lost once in 40 years. 40 years! He's as ruthless as me, times 20. That's pretty ruthless. Like I said, he's a god amongst prosecutors. I guess that's something like Mia was to me. Speaking of Mia... Maya? Uh-huh. We could really be using Mia's help right now, don't you think? Oh, I can't. Sorry, I tried. I really tried, but I couldn't reach. You couldn't reach? I think it's because I haven't been training. My powers are weak again. Oh man, what a bad timing. I'm really sorry. I'll try my best. I hope so. What are you whispering about? Oh, it's nothing. Well, it's time. Let's head in. Court is a session for the trial of Mr. Miles Edgeworth. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Mr. von Karma, is the prosecution ready? Fool. You're serious to think that I would stand here where I'm not completely prepared. Right, my apologies. He's even got the judge scared. Very well, your opening statements, please. Device's evidence, a device witness, what else could possibly be required? Nothing of course, that should be fine. The prosecution may call its first witness. What's with this guy? Is he royalty or something? How am I supposed to know? Oh, how am I supposed to fight against this? I don't know where that sentence came from. I called the detective in charge of this case, Detective Dick Gumshoe. Okay, Gumshoe's first. Let's see how this goes. Describe the incident now. Yes, sir. Detective Gumshoe looks nervous. Please take a look at the map. Oh, we got a map. The murder happened late Christmas Eve, around midnight. There was one boat in the middle of the lake. There were 2 men on the boat. Now there happened to be a woman camping here on the edge of the lake. At 12:10 AM, she heard 2 pistol shots. Then the boat started to move. She went towards the boat rental shop. Overhead map added to the court record. Testify to the court about the arrest now. Wait, Mr. von Karma? Yes? Actually, I'm the one that's supposed to be handling these proceedings. Wrong. There's only one thing you need to do here. And that is... You will slam down your gravel and say the word guilty. That is your role. Yes, of course, you're quite right. No, he's not. Man called into station about 30 minutes after midnight. We headed to the scene of the crime as fast as we could. That's where we found Mr. Edgeworth. Now, I didn't suspect him of anything at all. But the next morning, a body was found in the lake. So we had to arrest Mr. Edgeworth. I see. Very well. Begin your cross-examination, attorney. Now. Judge, do your job. Okay. Press. You received a call from a man. Yep. But you said there was a woman camping there. He says he was the one who heard the gunshots, right? That's a heavy voice. The woman was, and the man who called in the report are two different people, obviously. Different people? There were two witnesses. Their testimonies were quite similar, however. Today I've summoned the woman who was camping. The woman who was camping. Lots of hurt. What happens next, detective? We headed to the scene of the crime as fast as we could. How long was it between receiving the report and your arrival at the lake? Well, I'd say it was about 3 minutes. That's pretty fast. Our motto of the month... is get there quick. Detective, you will refrain from casually revealing department secrets. Yes, sir. Sorry, sir. I look forward to your next year's salary review. So much to look forward to these days. This is no time for dejecting daydreaming. Continue. Yes, sir. What was Mr. Edgeworth like when you saw him then? Well, from what I saw, he looked pretty relaxed. Not like a murderer at all, really. Detective, the court requires the facts, not your opinion. How many years have you been on the force? Facts only, detective. Hard cold objective facts. Yes, sir. Man, he got his share of objections. Oh, I didn't suspect him of anything at all. Why didn't you think he was suspicious? You should know. We have a deep trusting relationship with the prosecutors. Detective, the court isn't interested in your musings. Deep, trusting... Poppycrats? I never heard so many flippant comments from an active detective on the force. Detective Gumshoe doesn't look so good. Continue, now. But the next morning a body was found in the lake. Did you find any clues on the body? A single bullet was recovered from the body. It was shot through the heart, fatally. Judge, here's the bullet. It didn't strike bone, so its shape is well preserved. Very well, the court accepts this bullet into evidence. Okay. So we had to arrest Mr. Edgeworth. Arrest? Why is that? Well, we found the murder weapon in the boat. A murder weapon? A pistol. Detective Gumshoe? That is a vital piece of evidence. Please revive your testimony. Right, sorry, Your Honor. The murder weapon was found in a boat. Was decisive evidence. What about the pistol made it decisive evidence? Ugh. It's the same evil as Edgeworth. There are fingerprints on the pistol found in the boat. They were clear prints from Mr. Edgeworth's right hand. But what? He could have told us that. Order, order. So Mr. Edgeworth's fingerprints were found on the murder weapon. Yes, Your Honor. Judge, this is the weapon in question. Accept it into evidence. Fired 3 times. Member of court, you now have the pistol used in the murder and the bullet found in the body. Detective? Yes, sir. Was this bullet found in the body fired from this pistol? Yes. The ballistic markings on the bullet match the pistols. Hey, Nick. What does he mean, ballistics markings? Shocking. To imagine someone here does not know something as basic as ballistic markings. Nick, he's glaring at me. Very well, I will explain. Actually, Judge, you do it. Me? Ballistic markings are like the fingerprints of a gun. The barrel leaves distinctive marks on each bullet it fires. You can examine these ballistic footprints to see which gun fired the shot. It's quite accurate, indeed. This leads to one inevitable conclusion. The bullet found in the victim's heart was without a doubt fired from the pistol. This pistol, which as you may recall, was covered with the defendant's own fingerprints. Order! This is bad. This makes it look like Edgeworth did it. Maybe he did do it. Well, Judge, I'd say almost decisive. Yes, honestly, I could declare the verdict at this point. However, you wish to hear the witness speak, no doubt. Very well. I am somewhat fatigued, and so I will take a brief break. I will call my witness after recess, which will last 10 minutes. Judge, yes? What are you doing? A 10-minute recess now. But wait, just bang your flimsy gravel and get on with it, man. Yes. This court will take a 10-minute recess. Who's running this court anyway? Edgeworth, what's going on here? Your fingerprints were on the murder weapon? The foggy photo makes you only one thing clear. The only one who could have shot that man was the person in the photo. True. Was that you in the boat? Yes, it was me. What? But you must believe me, I didn't shoot him. Then who did? I don't know. You don't know? Weren't you right there? I heard a gunshot from very close by. Then the other man fell from the boat. I can't say why, but I thought at the time that he had shot himself. You mean it was a suicide? That's the only explanation I can come up with. Huh, how am I going to convince anyone of that? Say Maya. Huh? What? Any process of Mia? Oh, sorry. It's no-go. Ugh. I know. I'm no good for anything, am I, Nick? No, you're doing great. If I can't call my sister, I might as well not be here, right? No. Oh, what the heck? Who says, yeah, you're useless? That's just cruel. No, I need you here. I can see you're always trying to help out. Even if you don't actually help, it's the thought that counts, right? It's okay, Nick, you don't have to make me feel better. I don't know anything about trials or defense. What more, I am a spirit medium who can even contact spirits. Aw, everybody has their off days. I mean, I've just been getting lucky lately. You never know when my luck is going to run out. Really? Whoa, right. Don't jinx this case any more than it already is. It's bad for my heart. Oh, sorry. Whoops. Court is back in session. Mr. Von Karma called your witness. Yes. Will Miss Lotta Hart take the stand? Lotta Hart, you are a research student at the university. That I am? Good, begin by telling us what you saw the night of the incident. And don't add anything trivial or subjective. Understand? You all need to learn some manners. He does. Understand? Yeah, I understand. I understand. Now, Thariel, your testimony, please. It was Christmas Eve, just after midnight, I reckon. I was in my car. I heard this bang come up from the lake. When I looked out the window, I saw two gents in a boat. Then there was another bang. There wasn't nary a thing on the lake but that boat. Enough. Huh? Judge, she happened to take the photo of the incident. This is the photo accepted as evidence. Well, this is a surprise. This looks like the very moment of the murder. Oh, order. I will remove people from the courtroom if I do not have order immediately. As the witness testified, she looked at the lake when she heard the shot. There was no other boat on the lake, so the man in the boat with the victim must have been the one who shot him. Yes, it was the defendant, Miles Edgeworth. Order, order, order. I will have order. I'll judge. Evidence is divisive. I have very little to doubt about this case. Very well, this court finds the defendant. Wait, Your Honor. I haven't cross-examined the witness yet. Cross-examination? We have photographic proof. What questions can there possibly be? This photo is worth 1,000 words, and they are all read guilty. You lose, or you claim to have found a contradiction in her testimony. Very well. If you have to, you may cross-examine the witness. You will find one flounder and ask meaningless questions. You will fail to find anything. And then I will have you held in contempt of court. Next, contempt? Contempt of court, you know. I guess I understand. Well, what are you going to do? Do you really think there are contradictions with the facts in the testimony? I think there was. I noticed a little thing. Whoa, I'm unimpressed, Nick. I didn't notice anything. Right, let's take him on. Yeah. Got a bad feeling about this. I understand. I will cross-examine the witness. Very well. I pray for your sake this wasn't a waste of time. Just after midnight, you say? In other words, there was no longer Christmas Eve, but Christmas Day. Yeah, well, yes. I know you want to find contradictions, but really? I hope your next contradiction is a little more relevant to the trial. Witness, continue your testimony. Was in my car? Why were you camping there anyway? I am a research student at the university. I was taking pictures to use in my research. What research? This all sounds suspicious. Press further. Mr. Hart, could you be more specific about your research? What does the witness' motive in camping by the lake have to do with this case? The answer is nothing. I object this line of questioning. Objection sustained. But wait, now, I'm the one who says that. Well, then say it already. Objection sustained. Thanks for nothing, Your Honor. This dude doesn't have a spine at all. I heard a bang coming from the lake. So you weren't looking at the lake at that time? Nope. I looked after I heard that noise. You said that already. You asked to find contradiction, not leisurely chat with the witness. Ugh. And I looked out the window. I saw two gents in a boat. Could you clearly see the two men? Just look at the picture. Clear enough for you? Uh-oh. Wait a second. I wasn't asking you about the photo. I was asking if you saw the two men. Yeah, well, of course. The witness has testified that he saw them. There's also a photo. You'd best look elsewhere for your precious contradictions. He jumped in quick. He's hiding something. And there was another bang. Were you watching the very moment the shot rang out? Well, yeah, sure. You're asking meaningless questions. Meaningless contradictions, Mr. Wright, not meaningless babble. Let me chat with them. Jesus. One Karma, I think I hate you. Yes, I do. He's trying to keep me from talking to the witness. To what end? There was another thing on the lake, but that boat. Are you sure about that? Yeah, sure as the country girl can be. Sounds pretty sure. How come you're so sure? Well, heck, I scanned the whole lake. Scanned the whole lake? It almost sounds like she was more interested in the lake than the boat. Mr. Hart, you... Mr. Wright, the witness has entered the question in full. Ugh. No need for further questions. Objection sustained. That's what I'm... Sustained? Yes, of course. Oh, great. Enough. I think we've heard all we need to hear, Mr. Wright. It seems you are unable to find contradiction in testimony noting. But Your Honor... You keep your promise. Mr. Wright, I am afraid I will have to penalize any further outburst by holding you in contempt of court. If that happens, you have to leave the courtroom immediately. Understood? Nick. That testimony is fishy, Nick. Really fishy. I know what you mean, but if I can't say anything, what can I do? I believe we have covered evidence to make a decision, then pass your judgment. Very well. Mr. Miles Edgeworth, please take the stand. Who was that? It was me. Maya? Is something wrong? Do you need to use the flashlight? No, I do not. Lotta Hart, your testimony stinks. It's unclear why you're actually looking at the lake. It's highly doubtful that you actually saw Mr. Edgeworth. Tell us the truth. This is the matter of life or death. Lotta, did you really clearly see Mr. Edgeworth that night? Did you see him fire the pistol? You will stand down. The court does not acknowledge the defense outburst. Answer me, Lotta. What the big idea, treating me like some kind of criminal? I saw him, I swear it. I saw Edgeworth. Enough. Judge. Declare the defense in contempt of court. Yes, of course. I'm sorry, but you were warned. Guard, escort Mr. Wright out of the courtroom. He's in contempt of court. I must leave. No. Wait. I was the one who made the outburst, Your Honor. Nick is innocent. Ha. What's the difference? All that remains is for the guilty verdict to be declared. Isn't that right, Mr. Phoenix, right? Wrong. What? Did you hear what Mr. Hart just said? She said she clearly saw Mr. Edgeworth. That was not in the testimony. That changes her testimony and I have a right to cross-examine her again. Order. Jesus Christ. You're in contempt of court. It's too late for wild claims. Judge, sustain my objection. I'm sorry, Mr. Von Karma, but I cannot. What? Mr. Lotta Hart has made a new testimony. The defense does have a right to cross-examine her again. But he's in contempt of court. No, I am. If you're going to arrest someone, arrest me. Very well. Maya Fey, you will leave the courtroom immediately. Nick, I did what I could. You have to do the rest. Good luck. Maya. Phew, I care not for this melodrama. Listen well, Mr. Wright. I do not tolerate battering of my witnesses. I'm running out of time. Better find the contradiction in here or else. Mr. Wright, begin your cross-examination. I saw it clear as day the man on the boat was Mr. Edgeworth. That's it? Uh-oh, I don't know if I can find anything in that, but I can't squander my efforts either. Okay, let's press. Well, what about the other man? You cannot expect to allow to literally ignore your promise, Mr. Wright. I believe you claimed there was a contradiction in the witness testimony. Well, find it if you can. That gave me a penalty. Okay, damn, okay. Then, what I'm gonna do is show how foggy it was. Got you, Mr. Hart. Finally. What? You got what? Look at this photograph. The photo I took? The very same. There's something I want you to see in the photo. It's quite clear, visible. The fog, Mrs. Hart. So, this picture was taken from professionally high-quality film, correct? Yet even it could not capture the faces of the men on the boat. Yet you claim you saw Mr. Edgeworth. How? What? What? Mr. Wright has a point. That's why I told her not to say that in her testimony. Please! Yet now she has said it, Mr. Von Karma. How could you possibly see Mr. Edgeworth? Explain yourself. Is this hard? What? Could you see the defendant that night? Of course. I said I could. I could. Then please testify as the circumstances of your sighting. I did it. Finally found a hole in Von Karma's carefully vague testimony. Okay, how Edgeworth was seen. You're right, it was a cold night and the fog was thick as grits. So once I was finished setting up my camera, I got back in the car. Still, I brought my binoculars with me. When I heard that noise out at the lake, I looked with my binoculars. See? No problem. You use binoculars. Very well, you may begin your cross-examination, Mr. Wright. This one better be good. I'm gonna save. Because this one is tricky. Okay, let's think about this. Because, well, I don't think I have that much options. It was thick as grit. Once I got back in the car. Okay, why? Binoculars? Yeah, binoculars. Yesterday you mentioned that you were out looking for shooting stars, correct? Well, yeah. Wouldn't you need a telescope, not binoculars for that? Got doubts about your camera too. Was it that really to take pictures of a meteor showers? The camera is irrelevant to this case. You can't say that for certain. Mr. Wright, is the camera really relevant to this case? If you believe it so, you may continue with the line of questioning. But know this, if you find nothing with this, there will be consequences. Well, Mr. Wright? You with? Yeah, we're gonna press further, this is sus. Why was it not up at the sky? This is a make it or break it time. The camera is of uttermost importance, Your Honor. It is perhaps the key to this entire case. Therefore, I will continue my line of questioning. Like I said, why, if it truly was for, whatever Gully Pop said again, I kind of forgot. What did she say? For the stars, right? Yeah, for the stars. If it is for the stars, why was it looking at the lake and not up at the sky? Whoa, maybe I went a little overboard. Maybe just a little. Very well. Mr. Hart, you will testify to the court about the cameras. Yeah, I hear ya. Camera set up to take pictures of a meteor shower. I doubt that. Do I press? I press, I guess. Mrs. Hart? What made you choose that lake photograph to make meteors? You know the fog gets thick on the lake, it's not very suited for stargazing. Well, yeah, well, you see, I guess I wasn't thinking too straight, har. Mr. Wright, I will not have you bordering my witness because, okay, challenge in... Now, wait a minute. Continue your testimony. You were saying how it was... yeah. No unnecessary comments, please. On the beach. No, that's not what I'm here. We got a camera, but that's not gonna do it. Autopsy report, not gonna care. We already talked about the picture. So doubted. This has nothing to do with this yet. This was only to get Edgeworth to accept us. There is a picture, I guess, of the lake. Rather, we have a map and the bullet. I cannot press, because I did most of that already. Most of these things are not it. This is the only thing that is a picture. That is my only reason. It has a picture. Is evidence? No. No. Ugh. Okay, but I cannot press. What else was there? Weird bird. Okay. I already pressed this, right? Yeah. I'm not allowed to. I know. This was all not it. I already talked about that. So, then all of this and beyond is useless, right? Oh, it says faces the lake. Maybe that's the evidence? You're photographing shooting stars? That's a lie. It says who? It says, I saw the camera you set up yesterday. It was pointing directly at the lake. You have to point the camera upwards to take the photo. Why did I need to read better what it says. I skipped that. I need to take my finger off the button. Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? The witness was not at the lake to photograph shooting stars, Your Honor. Well, what exactly was you photographing? We have evidence. The murder. No. Now the picture? Was this the... what? I don't know. Mrs. Hart? This is what you were trying to photograph. What's this? A newspaper article? Gordy? Ah, the sighting of... at Gourd Lake. Mrs. Hart? I never heard of no lake monster. You got proof or something? Let's see your proof that I was down at the lake trying to photograph this Gordy. Do we have proof? Is the camera the proof? I'm gonna say the camera is the proof, because it was pointing at the lake and not at the stars. I have it. Proof. Intriguing. Very well, let's see it. And no joking around this time, please. What is the... I'm sorry. What's the proof that the witness was trying to photograph the Gordy at the lake monster? The camera. The proof, Mrs. Hart, is your own camera. Your camera was set up to take photos in response to loud noises, correct? There's this photograph here, taken when the gun fired on the lake. And here in the article about Gordy, according to this article, right, Gordy made a loud noise when it emerged. Well, you were trying to photograph Gordy, weren't you? That's why you were had set your camera to respond to loud noises. Order, I see. I too thought it was a little strange. Yeah, sure. Well, Mrs. Hart? You were camping here to try and take a picture of Gordy, weren't you? Yeah. Not bad. Are all of you lawyers that smart? So smart, boy. I was down there trying to go photograph Gordy. You got me. So what? Huh? You don't change. It doesn't change what I saw, does it? Exactly. What you just used several precious minutes of our times to prove is nothing more than just a witness. That the witness is an idiot who thinks monsters exist. Hey! But as she shows subsequently said, so what? Change is nothing. Not true. You were hiding the whole thing. But Gordy, for some reason, I know it. But what would it have been? Whatever it is, I'm getting to the bottom of this. Mrs. Hart, why did you hide the fact that you were searching for Gordy from the court? Please revise your testimony. Right, fine. I will testify. I won't change nothing, though. Something will change. It has to. I'm going to I thought it said going to spoil it, but it says spotted. He doesn't look that happy. Okay. You gonna lie again? Actually, I'm not a research student at the university. I'm an investigative photographer. Imagine what the scope would be if I got a picture of that monster. That's why I was camping out by the lake. That's all it was hiding. When I heard the bang, I looked right straight out at the lake. There wasn't much else to look at, so I just watched the boat the whole time. When I saw a flash near one of the men's hands and I heard another gunshot, I was looking right at the boat the whole time. Cross my heart and hope to fry. To fry? Okay. Well, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Your witness testimony is unchanged from before. Whether she's a research student or a photographer has nothing bearing on this case. There is no need to waste more of our time with another pointless cross-examination. Claim the defense right to cross-examine the witness, Your Honor. Von Karma's up to something, I know it. He doesn't want me to cross-examine her because why? Is there a contradiction? Very well, you may begin the cross-examination. You seem sure of yourself. You must have something in mind. Hope. Hope is what I have in my mind. That would be first. Very funny. You understand that this is your last chance at cross-examination, Mr. Wright. There's no problem with the testimony this time. We will let the witness leave. I will announce the verdict at the time, Mr. Wright. Understood? Yes, Your Honor. Okay. This case, I actually just feel pressure. Okay. 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 Yeah. 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 But no, didn't she say before that she looked around the entire lake? Right? Right? I'm not going insane, right? There wasn't much else to look at. Yep. I don't know if she heard a bang and she thought Gordy was out there. I don't doubt she wasted any time looking at the boat. What? What did I do now? Are you giving me that look for? Definitely suspicious. Witness, continue. Yes, hold your hussy pussies. Puppies, hush puppies. Oops, I'm getting there. Oh, hush puppies. Yeah, I don't care about that. We just got our hint from the game itself. Present. It's hard. Were you really looking at the boat? What's you? Of course I was looking at it. I was the only thing out there. Any normal person would be looking at it. I agree, any normal person would. But you are far from normal. That's kind of rude. Yeah, what y'all want to step over and say that? You were camping at the lake to take pictures of Gordy. Think about it. What would you do if you heard a loud noise? You'll be scanning the lake for any sign of Gordy, that's what. You wouldn't give the boat a second thought. It actually worked. Order, continue, Mr. Wright. You testified that you were watching with the boat through binoculars. However, you wouldn't need binoculars to watch that boat. You needed them to search for Gordy, and that's what you were doing. Well? Well, now that y'all mention it, I did sort of take my binoculars and kind of scanned the lake a bit. I mean, Gordy might be out there, you know. Miss Hart, are you saying that you were not watching the boat then? Sorry, y'all. I wasn't vibing, really. Oh, fibbing. That is it. I wasn't fibbing, really. It was just, I thought, you know, I could be a witness to a murder and all. I kind of got excited. I was sure I was watching that boat. Still now. This is totally uncalled for. But hey, you got the photograph. You got proof. Still, we can't see who was shooting who in this. Right. That's why I took this photo and... Why is he just blatantly hiding evidence? That has to be illegal, right? Witness, that's enough. You've had a long day. Shut your pie hole. Shut my what? What's she going to say? She took the photo and what? Wait a second. She even had a photograph to prove it. But you really can't tell in photo who's shooting. That's why she said she's going to enlarge the photo. She said it will drop the quality a bit, but you should let us see who's who. Ah. She enlarged that photo. I want Von Karma. Let her show it. I've got a hunch. Yes, I bet the enlarged photo showed something bad for Von Karma. This is my chance. If I'm wrong, though, it will mean prison for Itchward. Or worse. What should I do? Make her show the enlargement. Mrs. Hart, look at this photograph. You enlarged that photograph, did you not? Yeah, I did. Why was that enlargement not being presented to the court? Because it does not exist. What are y'all talking about? You were the one who told me not to show it in court in the first place. You old fool. Ooh. What's the meaning of this, Mr. Von Karma? Mrs. Hart. Show the photo to the court. Show us the enlargement. The prosecution objects to the submission of the evidence. Objection denied. The witness will show the enlargement tool to the court. Here it is. We still cannot see who is firing in this. It could be the defendant, or maybe it's not. Regardless, I will accept it as evidence. Okay. Happy now, Mr. Wright? There has to be something. You asked for the enlargement, you got the enlargement. And little good it has done any of us. That's why I requested she not show it. I suppose that means that the cross-examination is over, obviously. And I would like to close that cross-examination of Miss Lockhart. No. No. Did I do it wrong? No, none too soon. That was a frightened waste of my time. Von Karma, do you have anything to add? I stated everything I needed to get this trial begun. Divisive evidence, a divisive witness. What else could possibly be required? Nothing, of course. Then I believe it's time for me to declare my verdict. Wait, not supposed to go like this. There has to be a clue in this photo, somewhere. This is bad, really bad. What should I do? Check to the enlargement? Wait and see is just gonna go guilty. Show other evidence. I don't have anything. I don't have any evidence that would be logical. Am I going to object to the enlargement that yeah, it's the only choice. Your Honor, there is something decidedly strange with this enlargement. What might that be? Mr. Wright, you will show the court what you mean. What about this photo is strange? Okay, here goes nothing. I will show the judge what's strange about this photo. Okay. The man, other man, hand, other hand, a flashing light. Two guns. You have that much light. Didn't the gun look way more old school? This looks more... Okay, they're both pistols, but didn't the other one look more like a one a cowboy would have? It's the only thing I have. It's doing something, I hope. Here, Your Honor. The shooter? I'm not sure I understand. What about the shooter, Strange? Look at the hand holding the pistol, Your Honor. Wait, it's the left hand! And it was the right hand finger. Oh! I'm not smart enough for this game. That hand directly contradicts another piece of evidence. This man's left hand does what? Let me show you. I'll show you the evidence that left hand contradicts. Here's prints of Edward's right hand. Okay, it does look the same. I just made it look older in my mind, but the evidence is clear. The man in the photograph is holding the pistol in his left hand. However, the prints on the murder weapon were from Edward's right hand. Ergo, the man shooting the pistol in this photograph is not Mr. Edgeworth. Besides, fingerprints, you can wear gloves and stuff, right? Now that everyone in the courtroom has quieted down, I would like to reconvene this court of law. Mr. Wright, yes, Your Honor, you have given us definitive proof today. We now know that it was not Mr. Edgeworth who fired the pistol that night. However, this leaves us with a rather large problem. If Mr. Edgeworth didn't do it, then who shot our victim? Precisely. As you have seen, there were no other people in the lake that night. Who but the defendant could have shot the victim? Okay, she was looking at the monster. Why would we drag Larry into this? I mean, no. Would the game actually do that? I wanted to say it was with his girlfriend, but he didn't say so. He was in a Santa costume. That didn't look like a Santa costume. So, one was looking at the lake, the other one was being Santa. The victim shot himself? This just makes me think of that one meme from, I think it was... I don't know, but it was also with the court thing and it was like, he killed himself. It was a meme on TikTok for a while. Oh wait, this button. There's only one explanation remaining. The man who shot the victim was none other than the victim himself. Order, order. Oh, only 2 times this time. So you're saying that the victim committed suicide? Yes, Your Honor. I can't think of no other explanation. Indeed, that does seem to be the only remaining option. I'm so very, very sorry, Mr. Wright, but suicide is out of the question. What? An examination of the victim's wound revealed the distance of which he was shot. Distance? The victim was clearly shot from further than a meter away. A meter? That's 3 feet. I like that they did both. There's no way it could have been suicide. Okay. Order, order. Mr. von Karma, are you sure the accused of your accuracy of your data? Of course, I had already considered the possibility of suicide, you see. Okay, the autopsy report has been updated. I see. Very well, allow me to state my opinion. Consider the situation, the shooter had to be a defendant, Mr. Edgeworth. However, the prints on the gun reveal that the shooter was not Mr. Edgeworth. This is a condurer, yes. Therefore, I would like to suspend proceedings for the trial of the day. The court orders the defense and the prosecution to further investigate this matter. Understood? Yes, Your Honor. Oh, he's gonna be pissed. That is all. This court is adjourned. Phew, that was a close one. Hey, don't you have anything to say? No, I have yet to be declared innocent, right? Well, yeah, but what happened out there was at the lake anyway? If he didn't commit suicide, then who? The shooter was about a meter away too. What? Don't give me that look. I did not kill him. I was just kidding around. Look, I'm going to go check on Maya. Oh, right. What? Tell her something for me. What? Well, tell her to watch what she says in court. That's all. Would it kill you to just say how you really feel? With a thanks, Edgeworth. That was basically his thanks. I reconditioned a transcript of Lotta's entire testimony. I thought it might give me some ammunition for the trial tomorrow. Of course she didn't see a shooter. But the only part of her testimony that stood out was the bang she heard. Okay. To be continued. This one actually makes me feel pressured for once. With the other ones, I was like relaxed. This one, stressful. But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed watching me panic. This is getting more and more interesting by the second. I got really annoyed that the dude didn't let me cross-examine the girly pop. Because obviously she knew things, and obviously he didn't let me question her for that reason. That feels illegal, but I know that is like the game story plot line thing. Anyway, thank you all for watching. Put your thoughts about this this day trial in your investigation. I read that. Sorry. Put your thoughts of this trial in the comments. And until next time. Bye bye!